To DIY or not to DIY? That is the question faced by many brides and grooms.
There's a lot of creative brides out there who are really keen to put their own personal stamp on their wedding.
For my wedding, I didn't do much DIY at all. It was a very simple and minimalist day with not very many details, and I relied heavily on my wedding suppliers.
I very much fell in the professional camp. I knew that I wasn't going to have the time or the energy, and I didn't want the added value stress of having to create flower centerpieces, bouquets, bake a cake, etc, etc.
When faced with a wedding budget, it can definitely be tempting to dabble in DIY to save the pennies.
Do you want to drive 50 miles with a wedding cake in the back of your car? I wouldn't have.
Always remember that wedding suppliers have the experience and the expertise to do a professional job, as well as taking the stress out of your hands.
If you do want to do those elements yourself, think about the time it's going to take, the cost to you. Are you going to do practice runs for baking a cake, for example? You can find some really good independent local wedding suppliers who can do it for a fraction of the price and take out the stress.
Weddings do come with a hefty price tag, and it's inevitable that you will want to save money where you can. But equally, you don't want to look back on your day as a DIY disaster.
My husband is a graphic designer, so he very much wanted to do the stationery for us. Sitting down, assembling the invitations, etc. took much longer than what we thought it. So factor all of that kind of stuff in if you're going to DIY it.
If you want to embrace DIY wedding projects, my advice would be to maybe make some of the details a DIY project, so things like the favours, and leave the bigger jobs such as table decor and cake making to the expert. Use YouTube for detailed tutorials, and don't spend a fortune on crafts, otherwise it defeats the entire purpose of DIY. Have fun with it and good luck.